So, as always, let me just fast check. Yes, I'm online. Today's about my trading week, talk about my overall things that I would put in my journal for the world to see. You know how they say, dance like no one's watching, trade like everyone is. I had a few insights the last couple of weeks and the last 1 or 2 months about my trading, and I will talk about psychology, my takeaways, and the market and my performance analysis. So, what I am experiencing right now when it comes down to emotions is a kind of unbelieving and denial about what's happening right now, because I would be able to make a payout. This is my P&L, and I had 5 winning days, and I will request a payout from a prop firm for the very first time. So I don't know how to feel about that still, and how it will affect my um, everything. Uh, I don't even know how to describe this, because if this is true, what I still not aware of, I will have earned about $3,400 in 1 week, which is crazy. So I was pretty stressed out the last weeks because it's getting real, and I had a lot of stress while trading as well. Still a full-time job, working more than 50 or 60 hours a week um, in my real life. So I'm pretty stressed out, and I feel a kind of relief right now because I will request a payout. So it's a little relaxing for me right now. What cost me 15K on a sim account last month, I don't know, I made a recap about it 2 weeks ago or something, is that I had anchored my losses and made them my goal for each trade. So what I need to be aware of that is much more that every trade for itself has their own probability, and I need to consider taking partial profits and taking profits at a reasonable level. This is one of my greatest takeaways. So where it comes psychology to the takeaways was I anchored my losses and made them the goal of every trade to recover all my losses from the day with every trade. And I had good entries with the trades, but I just didn't exit. And I wasn't very aware of that until I made the journal about it. Then it was clear that I just did bad trading. I didn't take the profits. I only took the trades and let the break-even stop or the stop loss hit. And this is an issue. A sip of coffee. So really need to make a trade by trade basis with all the trade management. Uh, what also was an insight I kind of anticipated it already, but with the journaling that I focused the video journaling of overall was that the swing sizes change. So you see, compared to this area, and if you're new to trading, this is something you really need to be aware of, this area as a trading range, like this area is and this area is. So if you buy or sell somewhere in here and you hold, let's say you sell here and you hold, there's nothing really to lose for a couple of hours. So you sold here at 15:30, you could go out break even at 19:30, which is a couple of hours later. And if you bought here, which is a very bad spot to buy, you could get break even or even with a small win out of the market 4 times. So this is a kind where it's very forgiving. You just need to not do stupid things. The bars are big, but they are big in every direction. So the market lets you out. This forgiven. But when you do dump stuff on a thin area here, where the bars are only going in one direction, you can lose money fast. So you need to be really aware of trading ranges and the size of the bars and what direction you trade. And if you don't do the right things, you can lose money fast, but you can also win money fast. You can buy here, buy again here, get out, break even on your first trade and with a win on your second or something. If you have a good trade management and a good risk management, you can trade every aspect of the market, but you need to have a very deep understanding of what's the probability of each outcome. So you see this triangle or the rising wedge, or how you call it, and you can also call this thing here trading range. When you see something rising and you're trading the 5-minute chart, you better be buying, even though you know that this is a strong move down and it will continue that way, probably with a high probability. So this thing will break out to the downside, and we all or this is what we all should know. Every trader should know this. But what kills you actually in here is not that you don't do the right thing, but you do it too early. You have too big of a position size, so you may be selling somewhere here because you thought this would be a leg 1, leg 2 move, but this is also a wedge, so you better be buying, and you be buying all the way up until you have a double top, and even then you have a double top. You may be selling down here, but you have let's zoom in, this trading range, and you need to take partial profits here and hold a swing portion, so you don't get stopped out with a loss, and then the market moves in your direction. You say, oh, this is a great breakout bar, I'm going to sell this bar. Yeah, you sell this bar, but you have a stop loss that is above here now, so you have now a high probability trade, but a bad risk to reward management, a big stop loss, and therefore a bad risk to reward trade, but a high probability. So the stop is up here, and you go for a 1-to-1, and you get filled somewhere down here. And you see, this is what a lot of people did. There's the bars staggering. So this is what the people do, because all the traders know that. But a lot of people just don't want to have the risk, and they just do something like this. Oh, this is so strong. I'll just go for a sniper entry. And have above this second breakout bar, I will have my stop loss, and you get stopped out, and you have this bull bar, and then people are confused and say, oh, now we have a double bottom thing. No, you don't. You have still a breakout retest, and then this is the actual second signal here for the short. And you can size up heavily on this one, because this is a high probability. It's a second entry short, breakout pullback short, and you can go in your full position on this one. So if your full position, I don't know, is 3 contracts, you go in 1 contract here, you go in 3 contracts there. This is what we do. So on the close of this bar, or even below the bar, so you have this and you just hold until you have a clear reversal, and this is not a clear reversal, but after a second move you can even take this as a trading range down here. Then you could go for a measured move. Didn't quite hit it, but after this is a strong bull bar, and after this would test down the second time, because this is the first bull bar probably gets sold, and you could get out here at the second touch, the second reversal you anticipated, and you get out here, and this is what a lot of people did again. So this is obviously trader wisdom. If you have a good a good market understanding of the markets, and a good understanding of market structure, you find trades on a lot of bars. But what you need is risk management and trade management, that you have to get out at some point. If you don't get out here, you have a 1, 2, let's say you just get out above of this bull bar, what also would be possible. You have a 1 to 2, and if you get out on the second touchdown, you have a 1 to 2.5. This is a lot of difference. And if you don't want to get out, you just have some kind of a break-even stop at, you enter late, let's say you entered here because you wanted more security that it goes down. Yeah, you have now a higher probability even, but you have a very lousy risk to reward, and you have to get out somewhere here with a 1 to 1. But you didn't get out, and then you put the break-even stop. This is the worst thing you can do, and you get stopped out. So you need to have understanding of probabilities and of the markets, and if you have that, you have a lot less to be worried about. Yeah. So what my main takeaway was, I would go my full position in here after the second entry short. If I made an error. If you follow me, you saw that I made an error betting on a bull trend still a few days ago, but now it's an established downtrend, and you see this this try of a double bottom failed, and the double bottom here, now this bigger trading range just went down and got for a measured move down to the size of the trading range, tested the trading range from the bottom also. So if you have a nice market analysis, you see what's going on. Trading range, trading range, trading range, trading range, breakout, 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 breakout. It's not that you get a feeling for this, but not only the entry, also the exit. So this was one of my biggest mistakes. I held too long and I didn't close the trades. What I learned from my mistake was I would size up and just scale out. And yeah, you need to get out, and I hold one contract. I held one contract around here. You see, this is what I did there. I sold this exhaustion bar, and I held one contract up here, and this would be $800. So you don't have to have a extraordinary position size. You just have to do the right things, and then obviously it works out. And don't get me wrong, I don't wanna teach you stuff. I see myself in the process still. I'm studying, I'm working hard to get there, and I will start working. Sorry, not start. I will not stop working. I will continue to work on my trading, and I'm not in a position to show off or something. I'm just talking about my insights, and this is my journal. I'm not the kind of YouTuber that is flexing with cues of lifestyle and cars and stuff. I'm just interested in markets. So I can't deny I am a YouTuber because I do YouTube videos, just like I am a trader because I do trading. But I don't know at what I suck more, at YouTubing or at trading right now. But this is going in the right direction. So market and performance analysis. Let's do the performance analysis. So I need to get to my performance stats. This is the last week. The trade win percentage is not very useful because I don't have one strategy that I trade. I trade price action as a whole. So I do a lot of different, if you want to call them strategies, I call them signals, and I take a lot of signals and I manage the trades. So if I have a signal with a wedge, it could be that I take a buy in a falling wedge and I scale in later. So I have two trades. One is a winner, one is a loser, but the overall trade made me $200. The one will get out 400, the other turned out minus 200, and still the trade was a positive outcome, but I have only a win rate of 50%. So the win rate isn't very interesting. You see the profit factors pretty well. I start seeing results of my trading. The average win loss is very not really interesting as well in my trading style. So how long do I hold trades? Well, nice to know, but I don't know how long it will develop. I'm trading on the 5-minute chart, so you see, yeah. I took 53 trades last week. I had one day where I was over trading, but I needed, um, I don't know, I stepped back from having win or loss targets. So if at the beginning I used to stop trading when I hit my daily loss target, but after the years I saw that when I got better at trading, that I would be in a loss of no $200, and I would turn it in a winner of $500 if I took the right signals, and if I since I advanced in trading, I stepped away from losing stop targets. After a couple of weeks ago, I implemented profit targets, but then I saw that the profit targets would hold me on the market even if I have a very bad day and I don't want to trade anymore. So I forced myself to take the trades even if I don't want. So I just stepped away from profit targets a couple of days ago as well. So I think I should just trade when I feel myself in the zone, and then if I don't trade anymore, just hit this button, you see, to lock me out. And this is what I usually do, because if I don't lock myself out, um, I have the feeling there's something more to do, and my work mentality is I don't stop until I finish the work, and this is what relieves me from going back to work. This is a good thing. It's my favorite button here. Okay, so these under 15 seconds, why are they so 100% win things? Even these are the scalps, and the scalps need a high probability, a very high probability. You don't scalp out after a few seconds, except or you can never know, but you're sure a 99% that this is going to happen. What are these trades? You buy with a limit order at the bottom of a trading range and scalp for 1 point or 2 points just to the bounce. And this you scalp in the bar. This bar will stagger a little, and you just take advantage of this bounce. Or you scale in at a wedge. And these ones you don't sell the bounce, but if the bar goes below the other bar, you scale in more and buy more, or it goes above the other bar, you sell more, and you just always lower your profit target. So you want to make I don't know, $200 on this trade, and this is first uh, 2 points, and then you just scale in a point higher, and then you just have a profit target of 1 point, because you still make the 200 bucks, you know. This is what trade management is, and this is why these short-term trades are so highly percentage. And after these are swing trades. When you have a swing trade, a very high probability swing breakout, you have a very high probability as well, but a bad risk to reward. So these are the bad risk to reward high probability trades, and in between, these are just the middle probability trades and better risk to reward. So, and this is consistently with what I would expect. Also, this is very interesting, the trade direction. So as an intraday trader, you would have the trade direction in both ways. So even if a strong bear trend on the daily chart, you would trade a wedge that is actually a bear flag in the counter trend direction, because a 5 minute is obviously going up, so you never have a bias. So this is what one would expect, about 50%. Then let's go to my stats. You see, this was a day where I was over trading, but I did feel myself able. I took the trades and they made sense, and it was a good day. So I wasn't over trading because of emotions, but I took the right trades and did the right stuff. So it's okay, I guess. And this is pretty crazy. You see, this is only 1 week. This is my first time I have a week with this amount. If I would be able to gain more precision size and make these 1000 into 5000, or these 2000s into 5000, then I would be a 7-figure trader. This is crazy, and I think it's possible. I really think this could be possible, even if this stays 1000, and I have these days as well, and I have a day with $1,000 loss or $2,000 loss even. I would be close to a 200k win without I need to put out the taxes and the profit split. Then I would still have 130k left in a year, and this is about twice the amount I would expect from a high paid job. So this is crazy. Well, I will I will I don't know if you see this. I will make a payout with this. I will take half the position off, as I should be able to do. And yeah. So now let's go to the market analysis. Just remove this stuff and remove that stuff, and talk about, no, still there, and talk about the overall markets. So I'll just put this on. You see, on the monthly, there's a futures, so this you don't see all the E-mini stuff here. But now we had this strong bull move here. Trend line was broken. We had another test of the trend line from the bottom. Now we had a nice double top, and we are going down and even down beneath this bar, testing these highs. Strong move, but there's potential to the downside. But you see, every strong move down got actually bought. Let's see how it turns out this time. It's just a nice to know. Maybe I should mark up this level as a monthly support line. And make it golden. Text. Monthly support line. This is actually nice to know. Okay. And also I need to mark up last month's low, and I will mark up last month's low body. This is actually pretty nice. It got sold out from the little retracement. So it is little move up here, testing, don't know, the low of this bar, and then just plummeting through. This would be it on the monthly chart. There's probably some kind of trend line here, but I cannot see it. So then go to the daily chart. You see we have this trading range thing, and now it broke through the trading range, but it's a kind of wedge. And in a wedge you have buyers and sellers active, so this short-term move on a daily chart you would rather sell than buy, but you could expect that there are some buyers. Let's see. Here, maybe for a test to the downside of the trading range, test, retest, downside, upside, you never know, but on the 5-minute chart there are other things going on. So we are on the daily chart, as I said. Now let's mark up the daily levels. So we have the yesterday's low. I don't like the color, let's put it dark red. Okay, a little lighter. And we have yesterday's low body as a doji candle. And yesterday's low body. And yesterday's low somewhere here. And we also zoom in to make it a little more precise and make yesterday's high body as well, so doji candle. And we mark yesterday's high. Since I make these YouTube videos with the journal, you know, I really don't understand what these other YouTubers talking about. They just show you guys cars. They show you cars, they show you lifestyle, they show you girls, they show you drinks, they show you party, they show you yachts. Nobody talks about this shit. Candles, bars, closes, highs. This is what actually a trader does, you know. You could get a millionaire by being a neurosurgeon or a beauty doctor or a real estate guy or selling cars. Why would you go do trading if you're just interested in the lifestyle, you know? You can get this stuff otherwise. And this is another kind of illusion. You see this now I stretching the bars. You see this computer screen illusion. This bar is getting so significant right now, and these levels are getting so significant, and then you just can make them irrelevant. This is the computer screen illusion. You have to get a grip of this as well. So now let's see some more things. We have this falling wedge, and we have around here also this falling wedge, and now we are on support. Let's make this a little nicer. Okay, this is difficult to make this nice. Let's go with the bodies. Okay, this should do the trick. You anchor this here at around the bottom of this, and then you just went down. Now you're anchoring the bodies. You see the body here and the body there. Have a nice line. Go with this one. So we actually go with the trend channel line. Here. This is the trend line and the trend channel line. We always reversed the trend channel line overshoots. So if you see a tight bear channel, you can think of it as a bull flag. We now have a breakout to the downside of the trading range. You would expect that there were guys buying here, they bought there, and now they want to get out break even. Do they have the possibility? Will they buy more down here and try to get out break even, or will it be a kind of parabolic wedge, trend channel line overshoot, double bottom reversal, trend channel line overshoot reversal? Will it be just plumbing down and going into the abyss? Or is the lower probability? So let's just see. You see this now would be due to test down again maybe, or even stronger acceleration. Some here there is support, and also if you mark this as a trading range right here, let's go with a smaller trading range. You would have your first target here. If you go with it already hit the first target. If you go with a broader trading range right there, there would be a retest, and another target would be down here. Also possible. We will have to wait and see what the next week does. Now we have a wedge on the 5 minutes. Still, you see 1, 2, parabolic, breakout to the downside, low probability, trend channel line overshoot and reversal, retest up here, you never know, retest down here, you never know. Let's see the bigger picture. As we already know, this is a broad bull channel. Even on the 5-minute, is this now a breakout and a retest already? Will it go down, or is this a fake out retest? No retest, will it go back in? You never know, it's all shades of gray. Great, so this was my smart talk and my weekend exercise to get in the markets on Monday again, after making a payout, of course, or requesting a payout. I don't know how this works out. Awesome. Shout out to my 9 subscribers, and I wish you a nice weekend, a great day. Bye bye.